Model is one of the very important things that you should know before programming any kind of website. They are used for giving any kind of user information, or you can say login forms, sign up forms. So in this video we are going to take a look after that how we can create our own models by using HTML, CSS and JS. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the video. Now as you can see, I am in my VS Code and I have just a file index.html. Let's make one more file here, style.css, and that's it. Now let's go here index.html and let's give the basic boilerplate and say models in HTML, CSS. Now here we are going to make one container with a class of models in which we are going to design the model. Okay, let's say dot model. In our model we are having two things, like first is the model header. Okay, so let's say dot model header for the class of model header. So let's say model header. After that we are having like model container, or you can say model content. Okay, let's say model content. These two things are there. Okay, let's save this and okay, let's copy this model class here and let's go here and let's make one more button here. Let's say button show model. Okay, like this. So we are not going to work on this button right now. First we are going to make this model. Okay, let's go ahead and say like body padding to be 0, margin to be 0, and then we are going to say like dot model. In the model we are going to say like width, let's give it up to 400 pixel, 500 pixel. Okay, let's give like 500 pixel or 700 pixel. Then the height to be like 500 pixels. That may be fine. After that, let's give it some background color because we should not left it white only. Let's give it something like azure, and then we are going to give like border radius, not border radius, but border first. So let's give like 1 pixel solid gray. Maybe that works. And now after that, let's say border radius 20 pixels, and that's it. So this is how the model is being designed. Now let's go live. It's opening at port 5500. Now let's see. Okay, so here you can see that we are having show model, and where's the model? Inspect model. So where is the model here? Class model, right? Okay, we need to connect the CSS as well. So let's say link CSS. That's it. Let's save this. Now you can see we are having one model, right? So yeah, let's remove this azure. This does not seem to be good. Let's take this color here. Okay, this is okay. Let's take some much light. Now after that, let's say dot model header. Here let's say like width. Um, okay, let's give the width to be 100% and height of 100 pixels. The rest is going to be for the content. Let's say here display flex, and after that we are going to say like flex direction low, and after that let's say okay, let's say like justify content space between. Okay, let's say space between, something like this. Okay, then let's give two content here. Let's say first paragraph, let's say first title, then we are going to say second one as close button. Okay, let's say close button, save it. Now you can see first title close button is at this place. Okay, let's go to the first title and say model. Let's save this, and at this place we are having like 100 pixel, right? So let's reduce it to like 550 pixel. Okay, let's say 50 pixel. Now you can say something like this model and the close button we are having, right? And here let's give some padding here. Let's say padding 10 pixels. Let's save this. So let's go back. So you can see like model 10 pixel is there. Okay, so it's like happening. Let's give the model title as some okay, let's give something here as Okay, let's say p, and we are going to give like class. Okay, let's say class, and class is going to be of title. We are going to say like models, save this. So now we are going to go here and say like dot title, margin in top minus 10 pixels, and then we are going to say like margin left to be 10 pixels. Let's save this. So something like this is happening, right? We do not need that. Okay, let's remove this margin top first. Let's see. So you can see like model title is something like that. Let's give minus 10 instead of that minus 5 pixel only. Now also it's coming a lot up. So let's minus 2 pixels only. Minus 1 pixels. 1 pixel. Okay. So let's increase it to like 6 pixels, 7 pixel. Okay. 6 pixels is fine. Now let's do something like this. Let's say the position to be absolute, then top something like 20%, left 20%. Yeah, let's save this. So okay, something like this is happening. Why is that so? So we having model header. Okay, not to model header but to the model main model. Let's go here and say something like this. So you can see something. Okay, so the model is in the center of the screen with the here some title. Okay, let's go to the title and say like models, and that's it. Okay, let's choose one appropriate font for the website. So let's go here and say to every element of the body. And how is it done? Something like asterisk sign. Then we are going to say some stylings, and that are going to be applied to every element of the HTML content. Okay, let's say here font family to be roboto. Let's save this. Now if I go back, so you can see something like, yeah, something like the roboto font is there, right? Now in this like you can say model header, let's give a border from the bottom type. So let's say border from the bottom, like 1 pixel, solid gray. So you can see something like this. Okay, so we are getting some model header, a border bottom, 1 pixel, solid gray, and here's the title. Okay, now let's give some um, margin top to be 10 pixels. Okay, to make it in the middle, 15 pixels. Yeah, that's okay. Now the next thing is close button. Okay, let's go to the index.html file here and say button, and like a big cross, something like that. Now we are going to say button. First of all, the first thing is background none, border none, outline none, cursor pointer to cursor to the pointer. Okay, so whenever we just hover on that, there will be a pointer like effect on the mouse. After that, let's save this and let's go back. So you can say something like this, right? So it should be like not here, not to the model content. Let's take it from here and put it after the paragraph. Now it should come something like, yeah, at this place. Let's give something. Okay, let's say margin right 10 pixel. Okay, so this is fine. Model and this close button. Okay, that's okay. Now inside this we need to give something like some content, right? So we need some content at this point. So what content should we give? Okay, let's give something like a title. Inside this a title, and then that's all. So let's say dot model content, and let's say like display flex. Okay, first of all display flex, and then the align item center, justify content center. We are going to align all the things in the center only, and then we are going to say, like flex direction column. Let's save this and let's go back. So now now it's going to be there. So after that, let's go in the model content and say like h1 um full js course, something like this. and then one paragraph, or you can say like h4, and let's say lorem text, some lorem text we are going to give, lorem 3434, okay, something like that. Then we are going to say after this a button. We are going to make one button here, button, and we are going to give one class here to be like get enrolled. Okay, let's copy this class here and give the button some text like get started today. And now let's go ahead and select dot get enrolled, and we are going to say background color, background color something like green. Okay, not this green but something light. Okay, so let's go and say some color something like this. Okay, so you can see something like this happening, a full GS course and lorem is something is coming like this. So we need to give some it some styling. Let's say inline stylings in the h4, and say width to be equal to, let's take like 100 pixels. Okay, that may be fine. It will just, okay, it will just do like 100 pixel in that width only. It's going to adjust up everything. So I want it so much more, let's say 400 pixel, and yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Okay, now let's say text, um here let's go to the style.css, and in the style.css we are going to say in the model content text align center. Yeah, that's okay. Now we need to style this button here. Let's give some width and height only. Let's give width to be like 200 pixels and height to be 70 pixels. Color to be, white, and yeah, something like this. Now we are going to say border radius 20 pixels. Letter spacing zero point 0.5 pixels, or you can say 1 pixel only. And let's save this. So let us see. Yeah. Now let's say font weight 500. So something like this comes. Let's go here and give one arrow mark as well, and then let's say like font size of 20 pixels. So let's remove this arrow. This is creating some problems. Let's see now. So you can see something like this, right? So this is like a model. Now we need one thing, that whenever we click on, okay, so the show model is not there. um let's say here like button, let's give it some class like class close. Okay, and we are going to target that class only at this place. Let's say dot close and like that, and then here we are going to say save it, go back. So something like this we are getting, right? Now yeah, now it's all fine. So what I want, whenever I click on this show model, it's going to give up this model here. So let's go here and make one file here, script.js, and connect that to the HTML file by using the script src. Src is an attribute. So let's say script.js. The script.js, we are going to take the button show model, let's say class sm, in short for show model, and let's say let button is equal to document dot get element by id, not id, but we are going to use the query selector only, dot sorry, sm, and then we are going to say like button dot add event listener click. Whenever someone clicks, we are going to have one condition here, and in the function we are having one condition. Let's say if button dot like button dot inner html, not inner text, right? Let's say inner text is equal to show model, right? We are having this thing only, show models, show model, show model. Let's go here and say like show model. Now after that Is suppose the inner text is something like this, we are going to show that model. First of all, let's give it the display none. Let's go to the get enrolled, is there, right? um okay, so let's make one class here in the style. Let's say hide display none. Okay, let's say it's a display none. And then let's go back. So here we are going to give that in the model we are going to give the hide. Let's save this. So we are not going to get the model now. If I go here and say show model, we are going to change the button dot inner text to like close, like inner text to be close model, or you can say hide model. And else if this thing is there, right? Suppose if this thing is there, double equal to is necessary for equal to, and this for equal assignment. And we are going to paste the same thing and say like show model like this. This is the thing we are going to do, and we are going to say then okay, let's take the model here as well. Let's say let model is equal to document dot query selector dot model, and we are going to say here model dot class list dot toggle. And toggle is for like these conditions like dark mode, light mode, on, off. These are all for the toggle function. Let's say and here it's written like if force is not given toggle token, removing its present and adding it if it is not present. If it is present, we are toggle. If it's not, we are going to add it. If the force is true, add token, same as add. If the force is false, removes token, same as remove. Okay, so like it's like for using condition like toggle some things. Two things are there, we are going to like toggle them whenever someone clicks on the button. Okay, let's say class list dot toggle hide. Okay, let's save that. And now let's go show model, hide model, show model, hide model. Now suppose what if anybody clicks on this close button, we need to close that as well, right? And we can do it by using like, let's say let close is equal to document dot query selector and dot close. And the same thing we are going to do, we are going to say like close dot add event listener, not toggle, but at this point we are seeing the model, then only we are able to click on the close. That's why we are going to simply say like on click, we are going to say model dot class list dot remove let's say let's remove the hide. And then we are going to change the button dot inner text to be like show models. Okay, show model. That's it. Let's save this and let's go back. Show model, hide model, show model. If I just click here, show model, but it's not going. So dot dot class list dot let's remove, we are removing, right? So let's select hide show model, hide model. If I click here, it's going to change to show model, show hide model, show, but it's not disappearing, right? Let's see in the console. Model, we are having no hide class here, right? So it should go, but it's not going, right? So what can be the issue? Hide, we are having the hide here, right? Now if I click on show model, we are not having that here. So if I click here, I want not to remove, I want to add. That was a mistake. Let's go back, show model, click here, hide model, show model. Okay. So this is how you can just create one model, handle the request of clicking on any button like closing the model by using JS, style it by using CSS, and the basic framework by using the HTML, the basic content. Okay, so yeah, and you can even make the models movable by using JS, and that we are going to cover in the upcoming videos. So till then, see you.